restaurant is the Pit, and what we're trying to do is keep alive the heritage of whole hog barbecue in North Carolina. It's one of the few local dishes that's been in North Carolina for over 300 years. It's always been done for celebrations. You know, whenever you cook a whole hog, it has to be a big event. We start off with the Eastern North Carolina style of barbecue because that's where it started. That's where barbecue in America started, in Eastern North Carolina. The heart of our restaurant is whole hog barbecue. It starts with the pig, right? We have AWA certified hogs. They're grown locally, and we cook them over wood and charcoal. It has to be slow because start off hot, then the pores shut down and you don't absorb the smoke flavor. But you can't add that at the end. You know, you just have to do it slow and in the beginning. We're gonna do it old school and the way it's been done for forever in North Carolina, and it takes longer. It's the only way to get it right. We believe in truth. The motto of North Carolina is Esi Guam Vidiri, to be rather than to seem, and that's at the heart of our restaurant too.
The restaurant started in 1952, August 1st, 63 years between when we first started in 52 and now. Well, yes, sir. Everybody has their way that they do it, and I think the way we season the barbecue after it's cooked certainly gives it a different taste than a lot of places. The seasoning is well blended into the pork and not just put on top of it. Our menu is very, very extensive here. We offer over 40 entrees of just good Southern style cooking. Southern fried chicken and chopped pork barbecue, coleslaw, and Brunswick stew. When you come to Durham and go west, the Eastern North Carolina barbecue style stops. It's about an 80-mile radius that you'll only find this style barbecue. I think we've stood the test of time to people coming through that door 63 years and keep coming back, and it's very humbling to me. A person walks through that door, chooses to come in, nobody makes them.
Family tradition, handed down through my father, grandfather. Being a chemist, basically just an origin that comes from the eastern part of the state. I just took the east and brought it to the west. Being able to concoct all the ingredients to formulate one balance. It's typical, but it's hard to do if you don't take pride in what you do. We prepare our coals, get our coals good and hot. We smoke over oak and hickory wood. Reason being because they're more of a hard wood, and the coals tend to last longer. Slow cook with the temperature of no less than about 200, 250 degrees. A lot of folk use apple cider vinegar, but we find that apple cider vinegar is too high in acidity. The flavor is too loud, so therefore we use a distilled vinegar. All your ingredients should be balanced. You know, you shouldn't taste the over vinegar. You should taste more of a salt. Pretty much take the tenderloin out. Sometimes we take the ribs out. Sometimes we cook the pig feet. Sometimes we cook the hog chillings. Sometimes we sell the skins. But a whole hog is more of a traditional meat. Reason being because you can feed a lot of people. Back then, Grandma had about 18, 19 kids, so therefore she needed that whole pig.
Q-Shack is definitely a Texas-style barbecue restaurant. Beef brisket and sausage and pork ribs. Growing up in Texas, I'm from Grand Prairie, Texas, right in between Dallas and Fort Worth. Just being around it and a love for barbecue. All our meats are smoked and hand dry rubbed. So we're not doing any type of pre-cooking and liquids before we do our smokes. If I was eating lunch here today, I would get a 2-meat combo with brisket and ribs, baked potato casserole, and jack cheese cream spinach. It's just tasty. It's something different you don't see a lot of places, and it's kind of a mainstay here. Our chopped pork, for instance, it's not a traditional style of North Carolina style chopped pork. In Texas, you can find chopped pork all over the place now, but when I was growing up, chopped pork was not something that you went into a Texas style barbecue restaurant to get.
Well, my dad cooked barbecue in pits in the home which we lived in the backyard, and always have memories of smelling that barbecue cook-all. He cooked all night, and the smell of that barbecue cooking has always remained a good memory for me. That's the reward I get from it, is a satisfied customer. You got a good recipe, you don't change it. You still do what You do what you did to get you the way you are.
I just want people to relate to the old way of doing things, the traditional way. The reason we are here and we're classified as a hole in the wall because associate people back to their, their roots and not the contemporary lifestyle. We represent North Carolina, the culture of barbecue.
I've eaten at every single barbecue place in the Triangle. People bring their kids in and the band's playing and kids are running around and they're dancing. It almost feels like a Chuck E. Cheese sometimes. Let your belly hang out and drink a cold beer and watch a game on TV and, and eat good food.
The most important part of good barbecue is love, right? Barbecue is a community, and it's a community grounded in tradition. Whenever a big event happens, a graduation, a wedding, someone comes home, that's what barbecue is supposed to be. And, I don't believe there's competition at all in Durham. It's collaboration. Inspiration comes from your peers. And I think that's what's great about Durham.